You were talking about Britney Spears. Did you see that like unhinged Instagram post she made? I think I tried to find it on her account. It's deleted, but I found it on Twitter from some random account.
I saw her nipple.
The one where, Star of David. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she like had a
I did see
Star of
this,
David over it, and she wrote, and I'll read what she said. In a world where it's okay to lock your daughter up and make her work 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., no days off, 105 people are in and out of a small trailer home weekly. No private baths, seen naked when changing, drugged, can't even speak or talk, has to be available to the treatment people and show up every day for 10 hours a day. If not, we'll have to stay longer. Never given a date. No sentences here. Never given a date on when you can leave. 9 p.m. bed every night, like 8 gallons of blood weekly. This happened to me for 4 months after I worked for my dad and my family for 13 fucking years. I gave my all when I worked, only to be literally thrown away. I was nothing more than a puppet to my family, yet to the public, I just performed on stage and did what I was told to do. But it was worse than that because I just accepted it and it was approved by the people I love the most. Looks are deceiving. I must have it nice on vacations, LOL. After 13 years, damn straight I should go. I was treated less than, demoralized, and embarrassed. Nobody should ever be treated the way I was. The reason I bring this up is because ending the conservatorship is a huge deal to me, but come on. That's it? They all got away with it? If you've ever been in shock for 4 months, threatened for your life, you would be upset too. I'm not done. I want justice and won't stop until something is done to those who harmed me. And yes, I was harmed. This is a message to all who have been threatened in their life. You are not alone.
Oh. I mean, that is... that's a traumatized person.
Oh yeah.
No. See, you guys have been duped. So when you take the Star of David, superimpose it over that image. Now, see, it's a puzzle. At each point, you want to take that phrase, and you have to assemble those.
I've been so blind.
Yeah,
I've been so blind to the implications. Like, I 1,000,000% believe she was abused. Like her behavior, like even in the mid 2000s, where she was losing her mind and shaving her head, like she was clearly being abused. And we now know it's way more common than people let on that young girls and young guys are abused in those industries.
Well, and that was that sort of peak paparazzi before celebrities were able to speak directly to their audiences via social media, but where we still wanted to like know everything about them. It was super voyeuristic and fucking creepy. And yeah, Zach, Amanda Bynes, totally same kind of thing. I mean, I don't fucking wish I had that at all. I hung out with Tom Segura. I'll Hollywood name drop. I hung out with Tom Segura in Seattle. Tom's a friend, and I can call and Bert's a friend now, which is really fun. We're going to do this Two Bears racing thing, which is going to be really fucking hilarious.
That's great.
But Tom's one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet, and he invited my wife and I up to Seattle to see his gig for the weekend, and it was like super fun. We did all this really fun stuff and hung out. But before the first night, me and him just like took a walk and had a coffee in Seattle, and the number of people that stopped him, and like he's like, he's famous. He's not an A-list, but he's pretty well known. But the number of people who stopped him, I was like, I don't want to be that famous. This is awful. This sounds terrible. I can't imagine what it's like to be that like, level of famous, where people are fainting and crawling on your car. I mean, and really,
Britney Spears at that time was the most famous person on earth.
Yeah.
You don't think so? That at least in my world of middle school, when she was there, she was the most.
In middle school,
she and NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, she was. I mean, she was top 5 for sure, top 5. And the world was not very kind to her. I'm very lucky that I get to I can go to a car show and be famous, and then I can leave, and I'm not famous anymore. It rules. It's
you get to have your cake and eat it too.
Totally selective fame. It's great. And even with like Tom, I was like, wow, you are actually fucking crazy famous. Like I haven't been outside with Joe Rogan ever. I've only ever hung out with him in controlled environments, but I imagine he'd probably be like that right now as well.
I imagine like he's on the level of fame where like I can't imagine he enjoys like going shopping, going in public at all.
He doesn't
Like
have to.
everyone in the country
doesn't have
recognizes.
to.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
has earned himself out of those tasks.
his videos, like I don't even know how I found it, but it was like he has a whole archery. Oh, that's how I found it. I'm when I was getting into archery, I found Joe Rogan shooting bows.
Yeah.
And like I found videos of him doing like the Meat Master or whatever the fuck that guy's name was, where they go hunting and shit. But I found this other one where we had like fucking some UFC fighter, and he has I guess attached to his podcast studio, a 60-yard shooting area for bows, and then a like $30,000 like 4K looking projector with like different areas where they can shoot. And it was like, this is such a cool level of wealth of him being like, what do I like? I love archery. Where do I practice? Can't do it in public. I'll drop $1 million on an archery range.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and it's weird when you cross that kind of, let's call it the uncanny valley of fame versus money, where you go, I can't really do the thing I want to do at the places normal people would do it, but I can get myself, you know, a facility to do it in private. You know, it's
for sure.
It's weird. It's weird.
It'd be a bizarre level of fame.
I'm not sure I would trade. I think there's something to be said for like living in reality still.
Yeah.
You know, where you get enough money where you don't really have to think about it anymore. That's really like, I mean, that's such a luxury that so many people don't have, is like, I just don't need to think about this all the time. That's a nice luxury, but I could still, you know, go out and do shit and not have people fucking bug me all the time.